Now in this video you might be pleased that you don't actually get to see me more than now, and there I am. I'm at a classic advertising board. This is outside Greenside at George Street, and what I'm about to say is no reflection on the quality of these shows. This is simply about where to put your review quotes up on a poster, and I think this also applies very relevantly to your flyers as well. So I'm going to start with something that I just don't think does the show any favours, because it looks like it's been a really brilliant show with some great reviews. So just this particular one has got lots and lots of quotes, as seen on the BBC, side-splitting one-woman comedy review here. It's got about 4 or 5 reviews, and the only thing I'm just noticing about this poster, it does have below it, because it's on a poster board, the times, but I can't really see easily on the poster itself the title of the show and what the show is about. It's just been covered up, and I would just suggest here less is more. Either make these pull quotes smaller and fit it in onto parts of the poster that are just dead space and not being used, rather than covering over key information. The image is still there, which is probably good. Here we've got a Fringe review, recommended show, Murmuration, and I think it's probably good that it's got recommended. Maybe twice is okay. It's not covered up the image, it's not covered up anything about the show, but I think it's a shame, having read the review, which is a recent review, a couple of pull quotes, there's space on this poster, would just bring the thing to life and say why it's recommended, and that just will probably push a few more ticket sales. This particular one here, Painkiller, is an image, and it says where it's on as well. And it's got a review, and it's got a quote, and it's got 5 stars. And I'd actually say here, just because it's got 5 stars and there's a lot of space on the poster, I would make the star ratings bigger, and it might even be better to put the star ratings separately, maybe in this space, and then have a bigger quote somewhere else, because it's a great review that they've got here. Now obviously we're waiting for other reviews to come in, but I'm just going to move along here. This is a show called Wenches. Again, it's got a 5-star review, and it's got a smaller review here, and I think that's really perfectly placed, although there's a bit of space in the middle that would make it a bit more prominent than just below. And it's just the point about that is I'm 6 foot, and that space is getting towards my height on this poster, so I'm having to look down, and I might just not notice it. There's some really good reviews on this one, Jen Di Giacomo's Woman in the Arena. So it's very noisy here. It's got some good quotes from the Scotsman. It's been shortlisted for an award, and it's used all of the blank space here for the show. So again, we've got the listing below, which is something that Greenside does on its very well designed board, and here we've still got the title of the show, we've got the great image, and we haven't got in the way. And so I think this is a really good use of the reviews. They're all up there. Probably 4 is slightly too many, and maybe just 3 would have been enough. This is just another example here of lots and lots of reviews here and so on. As seen on the BBC, I think it's too large, and I think you've got other reviews here which are just covering over the image too much. We don't know what this show is by covering up with so much, and I think people just want to know immediately also what kind of show is going on here. So just moving along one more time, we've got some reviews here. I think they're really perfectly located. In fact, you can see older reviews, so it really shows the kudos of this. We've got the main image, we've got the title, so I think this is really well placed. So these are just some examples of some of the shows on this very big poster board that bring them to life, but some are covering over essential information, and information is the image. Information is what type of genre this is. I think just coming back here again, brilliant comedic acting is good, because it shows it's a comedy, and actually the image itself doesn't necessarily call out comedy straight away, so that's just well placed. So think about where you're placing reviews as they come in, where you put them on posters, and they don't cover up too much information. Finally, just to say, if you don't have any reviews at all on here, you need to do similar stuff in terms of audience feedback. I think it's perfectly alright to put audience feedback on these posters too, or certainly on your social media as well. So think about doing the same thing on social media, making sure that images and information is really prominent and not covered over.